structures is being discussed in the context of making an affordable house. But you have one big element that is being that currently is not being discussed, and we are trying to push in, and that is on the cost of painting and final finish. So we have an equipment. We are calling it the electric airless machine, and all that it does is atomize and apply paint onto a wall. We are taking off the whole process of how it has been done in the past, whereby you have a guy with a brush or you have a guy with a roller. We are coming in with a product whereby we can be able to literally suck the paint out of a can, pass it through a gun, okay, keep it within a certain distance, say 30 centimeters, and be able to apply a uniform coat throughout. What that does is, one, ensures uniformity, quality on the paint that is applied. Two, reduce your paint application, reduce the cost. And you find that with that, you can then go towards achieving a low cost budget house by covering all the critical elements that makes a house really affordable. Other one that we try to come in with is recycling. Okay, we have structures. We have NC talking about constructing of houses. You know, every time we put up a structure, there's a nice billboard there saying approved, 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 approved. Yeah. However, when you come to deconstruct, you never see approved, 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 approved. You only see machines, okay, government way of doing it, yeah, equipment and all that, secure the area, and boom, boom, everything within a short time done. What you end up with is a nice construction material that you put up, costing a lot of money, and now wasted construction material. So we are coming in with crushers, and we are saying that, you know, if we could have a provision of registration as a recycling company, then it means when you want to deconstruct your house, you literally move our gear to site, run the crusher over there, start by deconstructing the same way you assemble everything together. The last bit in, the first thing out. That means glasses, doors, and all that. Then you're left with the structures. What do? Crush it, run it through a crusher, separate between mortar and debris, and get iron out. You know, these crushers you find in the feed and exit process. You're supplying tons of boulders, okay, within maybe a meter or something like that and less, and runs through a set of impactor that hits it around, defragments it, and the end result, a conveyor belt discharges everything, and then you have a magnetic iron on a belt, and it throws away all the iron, and you can literally separate. This is our debris from cement and mixture, and this is our iron that can literally find another life by being recycled.
My name is Kariba Moko. I'm a partner at Moad Capital, also sitting at KEPSA. So Moad stands for Mind of a Dreamer. So the dream we are trying to achieve for Kenyans is housing. In terms of circular economy, we have about 5 pillars, but for today I think the one I'm concentrating on the most is finance. How we've looked at it is within this economy, if you, especially between 25 to 40-year-olds, housing is not a common conversation. Your BMW, Mercedes, or a plot of land will come earlier than a home. One of the things that we're working on is we recently joined the Nairobi Stock Exchange. And on finance, we've launched one product now that is already there, which allows you to own a home for as little as 45,000 Kenya shillings a month. And we're now working on a different product with the Nairobi Stock Exchange where without even a down payment, for as little as 20,000 over 20 years, you can own a home. Which means if successful in another 2-3 years, we can go to campus and say, as soon as you get your first job, come and book a unit. So we're building templates for housing, but then government and private sector can call. Yeah.
My name is Muddy Ramraka. I volunteer for 3 NGOs, the Kenya Green Building Society, Sanergy, who you would have seen the presentation for earlier, and Africa Yoga Project. Now, my representation here is with Kenya Green Building Society. I'm also a property developer by night. Everything around circular economy is central to everything that I will put my name on, whether it's developing a property or any of the NGOs I volunteer for, because circular economy is how we address all the SDGs and our national priorities. Because if we look at our Big Four agenda, without a circular economy, we're doing what the developed world has done for generations, which is industrialize and hope to clean up later.
My name is Remco Rolfing. I'm an urban planner, landscape architect from Dasuda. Dasuda is an organization based in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, but fully focused on sub-Saharan Africa. Abbreviation for Dutch Alliance for Sustainable Urban Development in Africa. We work on projects. We are implementation driven. That means that talking is very important, but also to make next steps. And I think that listening to this, we can talk about circular in terms of the product and indeed making more use out of it. But it starts with the setting, and the setting is the urban setting. So what we try to do is in a very early stage already incorporate sustainability, especially also the circular thinking. A small example is, for instance, a project in Ghana with one of our partners where waste to energy, which is a technical thing to do, actually in Ashaiman, say the Kidera of Accra, to take the public toilets and use the waste from that, combined with some green waste to produce energy. It seems all very technical, but then combining that with the idea how do you do it spatially, we find the right spot to locate it. Because one of the circular aspects about it is, for instance, that you not only get energy out of this one, but you get a residue material that can be fertile ground, which you actually start using for setting up a nursery. That means nurturing plants, that means agriculture, that means you can actually do urban agriculture. So planning for this is essential, otherwise you would start these businesses on the wrong spot. Just to give a small example of how our thinking is in terms of circular.
Everything we're doing in this country is without any planning. There's no structure plan. We're not doing it together with country integrated plan. If you look at the land use policy, which was, I think, launched 2 years ago, we have to look at, even though we are Kenyans, we are experts in writing policies, we're very good. But the challenge for us is implementing and allocating both fiscal and human resources for it to be able to implement. And this is where the conversation should be, is that how are we going to implement it? Now that we have gone to devolved government and we need to get involved in what is happening at the devolved government. So you're talking about land use planning, pushing for ensuring that we still maintain a whole ecosystem of agricultural land, ecological value, and I mean, you look at Kiambu, we're converting some of the most prime agricultural land into housing, into industrial, without even trying to see how we're going to integrate this into the whole social fabric of. And then we are not encouraging good construction practices, using sustainable construction materials,